With just a wave of his hand, the boy controlled his teacher, forcing him to climb onto the roof, place a noose around his own neck, and cheerfully call out to him.
It's all for you!
But the teacher was never the boy's real target. His real goal was to draw the police to the scene, creating a massive traffic jam, one that would trap a certain diplomat on the street. Right at that moment, a homeless man happened to be pulling open a manhole cover, accidentally knocking away the chalk that was holding a fuel tanker in place. The tanker began to roll backward. It crashed directly into the diplomat's car. Fuel gushed inside, and to make matters worse, the tanker blocked the car doors, preventing escape. The homeless man casually flicked his cigarette butt onto the pavement. The moment it touched the fuel, flames erupted, incinerating the diplomat alive. This diplomat had been the main political rival of the boy's father. With his unexpected death, the boy's father smoothly took over his position, and the family relocated overseas. But the boy hadn't done it for his father's benefit. In fact, he wasn't even their biological child. On the day his mother was supposed to give birth, a priest delivered terrible news. Their newborn had died at birth, and worse, the mother would never be able to conceive again. Overcome with grief, the father, Sean, didn't want to devastate his wife. At the priest's suggestion, he secretly adopted an abandoned baby. The two children had been born in the same hour, making it nearly impossible to tell the difference. What Sean didn't know was that this baby had been born at precisely 6:06:06 on June 6, 1966, the mark of Satan's arrival. Sean had only meant to protect his wife from sorrow, but in doing so, he unknowingly invited a terrible danger into their lives. Oblivious, the couple named their son Damien. For the first few years, everything seemed normal, and his mother never suspected that he wasn't her biological child. But on Damien's 6th birthday, strange things began happening. As the family headed to church, Damien sat silently in the car, his face dark and expressionless. His parents assumed he was feeling unwell. However, as they approached the church, he suddenly began writhing in terror. Images of crosses and Jesus flooded his mind. The closer they got, the more he panicked, until just before they reached the entrance, he went into a full-blown frenzy. Alarmed, his father ordered the driver to turn back. Strangely enough, as soon as they moved away from the church, Damien immediately calmed down. His mother couldn't shake the eerie feeling that her son was somehow afraid of the holy place. That night, she thought back to something odd. Damien had never once been sick in his entire life. While that might seem like a blessing, it felt unnatural. Sean, however, dismissed it. "He's just healthy," he reassured her. Later that evening, as she soaked in the bathtub, she suddenly noticed a long, thin scratch on her wrist. And then, fortunately, it was just a dream, or perhaps a warning.